How to survive a breakup. Although wise psychological advice will not be provided, I am pleased to share the knowledge that evidence-based science has on love and separation. From a neurological perspective, there is no distinction between physical pain and memories of previous love. This discovery was made by scientists accidentally while conducting experiments on various subjects using brain electrical signal reading devices. Some participants were subjected to physical pain through pricking with needles, while others were shown pictures of loved ones with whom they no longer had contact, such as former friends, lovers, or departed relatives. It was observed that in both scenarios, the same brain centers, namely the secondary somatosensory cortex and insular, were activated. Furthermore, the presence of natural painkillers called opioids in the blood indicates a genuine injury. Upon learning this intriguing fact, we came up with a humorous analogy. Essentially, keeping tabs on your ex-partner is akin to repeatedly hitting your head against a wall. A pretty silly comparison, wouldn't you say? Therefore, our first conclusion is that if you are feeling down after a breakup, it is best to avoid all forms of contact with your former partner. Secondly, the feeling of rejection following a breakup can have various negative outcomes. Apart from being extremely unpleasant, individuals may subconsciously turn towards alcohol, psychoactive substances, or other harmful behaviors as coping mechanisms. This is due to the fact that the presence of loved ones helps maintain optimal levels of dopamine and oxytocin, while reducing cortisol levels and promoting feelings of happiness and calmness. When faced with social rejection, not limited to romantic breakups, various bodily systems begin to malfunction, particularly the cardiovascular system, which may lead to stress-induced cardiomyopathy. How to protect yourself from this? Scientific evidence allows us to apply logic and reach a straightforward conclusion. One should never restrict oneself to a single person. It is recommended to have a minimum of 3 loved ones in your life. Thirdly, it is important to surround oneself with oxytocin, as it is a vital neurotransmitter for maintaining good mental health. Studies have shown that oxytocin has the ability to stimulate neurogenesis and tissue repair, especially following a stressful experience. Additionally, in vitro models of atherosclerosis have demonstrated that oxytocin has direct anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, indicating its role in protecting and self-healing of the heart. Oxytocin also regulates the hypothalamic pituitary axis of the adrenal glands, HPA, in response to homeostasis disturbances, while coordinating the needs of the immune system and energy balance. In summary, it is essential to receive hugs as often as possible. If physical touch is not an option, make use of plush toys, pets, or any other alternatives. It is important to spend time in the company of loved ones, especially during the first few weeks after a breakup. While acquaintances and strangers may also provide support, they are not as effective as close individuals. The key is to avoid isolation, as it can result in reduced expression of the oxytocin receptor gene, while increasing the expression of vasopressin peptide genes. Individuals who have a robust emotional support system and trustworthy relationships are more resilient to stress than those who feel lonely or isolated. In animals, including humans, organic lesions in various tissues and organs, including the brain, tend to heal faster when living in social groups rather than isolation. This protective effect of sociality is based on the same combination of hormones that convey the biological message of love throughout the body.